pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's on. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Here.
Mr. Franco.
I'm here.
Mr. Cabrera.
I'm here.
Excellent.
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, 1975, the notice requirements have been satisfied as to the time, place, and date of holding said meeting by posting notice on the bulletin board in Borough Hall and by mailing and emailing same to the Herald of Cape May County, Gazette Leader, and the Press of Atlantic City on December 7th, 2022. This meeting is being streamed on our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel. Please search Wildwood Crest Board of Commissioners. If you request to dial in, please dial 1-888-363-4734. Enter access code 9699020. If you have questions, please send them to clerk@wildwoodcrest.org or call 609-729-8040. Two exits, one in the back and one to our right, your left. And with that, Trish?
Yep, I believe that we are going to move up the swearings in. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right.
Make sure you have your glasses so you can read it.
Where are they? Which way are they going? I just wanted
They're
to
going to
make
probably face, they'll probably come right here.
sure. I just wanted to be, I don't know if it was going to be right here.
Before we get started, I just want to, with the commission's,
Absolutely.
I'm really excited today. We get to swear in 3 young officers. I'd like to thank the mayor, Deputy Mayor Franco, and Commissioner Schiff. These young officers, they're great young men. They just completed the 22-week police academy on the 13th of January, and we're lucky to have them working for us here in Wildwood Crest. They're currently assigned to a field training officer, and we're going to have them trained and ready to go before the summertime. So we're going to have 3 bright and motivated officers patrolling our streets with the rest of the force come this summer. But I'm very excited for all 3 of them. We've got Jacob Robb, we've got Cole Pettit, and Trayvon Young. It's crazy. Their badge numbers are like 4108 and 459. Just makes me feel pretty old. So, and I think I'm twice their age. So, but again, I'm super proud of you guys. And without any further ado, I guess we'll call you up once at a time. Jake, if you'd like to come up, and if someone's going to hold the Bible for you.
Do it up here, or on the side, or where do you want us?
Mr. Schiff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You nervous?
Relax.
So I, state your name,
I, Jacob Robb,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
And I do solemnly swear
and I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
And I will bear true faith and allegiance,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
sorry about that, to the same,
to the same,
and to the government established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in the state,
and in the state,
under the authority of the people,
and the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Welcome to our family.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You want to grab a picture?
Yeah.
Chief? Yeah, come on. Chief?
Cole? Someone's gonna hold the Bible?
I don't think Cole's nervous.
You both can go up if you want.
Yeah,
You
please.
both can go up,
Everybody,
absolutely.
share with them, come on.
You guys want to take pictures with everyone?
Not limited to one person.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a proud moment.
Fair.
Here we go. I state your name,
I, Cole Pettit,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will
impartially,
faithfully, impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of police officer
perform all the duties of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
and I do solemnly swear
And I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome to family.
Congratulations.
Go ahead. Stay up there. This will be forever in debt, and you'll see it all the time. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chief.
All right.
Trayvon.
Can you wake them?
Sometimes I feel like that. You heard it already, so we're good, right?
Maybe.
I state your name,
I, Trayvon Young,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly perform,
impartially, and justly
you
perform
did good, all the duties of the office of police officer.
all the duties of the office of police officers
Very good. According to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and I do solemnly swear
and I do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true
and I will bear true
faith and allegiance to the same,
faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Welcome to family. Grab a picture. Really have a smile.
You can get closer.
Chief? Congratulations.
Congratulations, fellas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, young lady.
Chief, did you want a picture with the captain too up there?
Can I just get the?
Yeah.
Your administration?
Can I step up here real quick? Well, yeah, all I got, except for the sergeant. He said no.
He said no.
He doesn't have any best though.
Yes.
Denise, do you need me to move this back? Put them in the middle. Want to move it back? Ready? It's.
Oh, you're
No,
good,
we're
you're
good.
good. You don't have to go that crazy.
I'm tucked in. I'm not going anywhere.
So you're gonna squeeze in some?
Like now we might be in the picture. I'm smiling or not? I'm smiling.
We're happy, why wouldn't we?
Right?
I never know.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Be nice
Thanks,
and
guys.
Lieutenant Dan.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yes, who Lieutenant Dan is.
Unfortunately, you
Dr.
got, thank you. Let's get you back to
Time to be
normal.
nice. Have a good one. Good night.
Get you in there.
Now he's up. I don't think so, though. He's like comatose.
Well,
You want to wait 2 minutes for the courtroom?
I thought I recognized Chloe's parents.
Yeah. So sweet, isn't it?
I just saw him in a bunch of pictures because I got married. One of the bakeries. And then there were two.
all right, we can.
Can that door shut, or you think? I think it'll shut. I think, ready?
We can start with the, just your show.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are going into the ordinances. The first is ordinance number 1391.
Motion that ordinance 1391 be placed on second reading and final passage by title only.
Second? Yep.
Oh.
Mayor, sorry.
We stepped on it.
So I'm going to mark that as Mr. Cabrera seconding it. Up to you, Mr. Franco, now.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1391 be placed on second and final reading by title only.
Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera. Ordinance 1391 reads as follows. An ordinance of the Borough of Wildwood Crest amending Section 85-69 landscaping in all zones of Chapter 85 of the Borough of Wildwood Crest Land Development Ordinance.
Motion that a public hearing now be held on ordinance number 1391.
Second.
Yep.
It has been moved and seconded that a public hearing on ordinance number 1391 now be held.
Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yeah.
Floor is open for a public hearing.
Hearing none, move forward.
Can we get a motion that the public hearing on ordinance 1391 now be closed?
That would be me. Motions that the public hearing on ordinance number 1391 now be closed.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that public hearing on ordinance 1391 now be closed.
Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Is that me?
That's you.
Motions that ordinance number 1391 be passed on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1391 be passed on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera. Next, we have ordinance 1392 regarding parking, loading, and storage.
Motions that ordinance number 1392 be placed on second reading and final passage by title only.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1392 be placed on second and final reading by title only.
Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Motion that,
Nope.
oops, sorry.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yeah.
Ordinance 1392 reads as follows. An ordinance of the Borough of Wildwood Crest amending Section 85-89, parking, loading, storage, and recycling requirements of Chapter 85 of the Borough of Wildwood Crest Land Development Ordinance.
Motion that a public hearing now be held on ordinance number 1392.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that a public hearing on ordinance number 1392 now be held.
Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yeah.
The floor is open. Mr. Schiff.
Yep. Motion that the public hearing on ordinance number 1392 now be closed.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that public hearing on ordinance number 1392 now be closed.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Motions that ordinance number 1392 be passed on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1392 be passed on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Ordinance 1393 regarding Chapter 32A1 fees.
Motion that ordinance number 1393 be placed on second reading and final passage by title only.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1393 be passed on second and final reading by title only.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Ordinance 1393 reads as follows. An ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 32A entitled Fees, Section 32A-1, Fees, General, of the Code of the Borough of Wildwood Crest to provide for beach box rental fees.
Motion that a public hearing now be held on ordinance number 1393.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that a public hearing on ordinance number 1393 now be held.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
The floor is open.
Dave McWilliams, 8107, nothing to do with the fee. I'll ask my question again, do we have a plan for the maximum number of boxes we're gonna put on the beach?
Mayor, can you share some light on to that? Did you hear the question?
Yes, so this, yes, I did. So this last order of boxes that is in the capital budget for 2023 is the last and final number of boxes. I believe, I think Brian may be in the audience, the total number of doors is 500, and that is the maximum amount that we're planning for in the crafts for 2023 and going forward potentially.
Okay, so I heard 500 boxes with
500 doors.
500 doors.
Correct.
50 boxes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else for public?
Just a comment so everybody knows, Bob, sorry to interrupt, Mr. Franco.
Yep.
The fee, we took it from $450 to $480. That's the increase from 2022 to 2023 in this location.
Correct. Mr. Schiff.
I'm there. Motion that a public hearing on ordinance number 1393 now be closed.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that a public hearing on ordinance number 1393 now be held.
Now be closed. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's you.
we're good.
The last step on ordinance 1393.
Yep. I lost a spot there.
On the bottom, Jeff.
Okay, a motion that ordinance 1393 be placed on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
Mr. Cabrera, would you like to second that?
I'll second, Trish.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was muted out. I will second if it hasn't been done already.
Okay, I'll leave it to Mr. Cabrera. If you'd like to
I'm
read
sorry.
that.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1393 be passed on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next, we have ordinance 1394 regarding curb cuts.
Motion that ordinance number 1394 be placed on second reading and final passage by title only.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1394 be placed on second and final reading by title only.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Ordinance 1394 reads as follows. An ordinance of the Borough of Wildwood Crest amending Section 85-74, vehicular access to private property of the Borough of Wildwood Crest Land Development Ordinance regulating curb cuts.
Motion that a public hearing now be held on ordinance number 1394.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that a public hearing on ordinance number 1394 now be held.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
And the floor is open.
Good to go.
Good to go, Mr. Schiff.
Okay, motion that public hearing on ordinance number 1394 now be closed.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that a public hearing on ordinance number 1394 now be closed.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Motion that ordinance number 1394 be passed on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1394 be passed on second and final reading and advertised according to law.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next, we have ordinance 1395, and it reads as follows. An ordinance to amend section 59-3 of the Code of the Borough of Wildwood Crest, known as the Salary Ordinance, fixing and determining salaries and compensations of the Borough of Wildwood Crest, and providing for the raising of the amounts thereof by taxation and for the time and method of payment.
Motions that ordinance number 1395 be passed on first reading, advertised according to law, be brought up for second and final reading and public hearing on February 8th, 2023 at 9:30 a.m.
I'll second it.
It has been moved and seconded that ordinance number 1395 be passed on first reading, advertised according to law, be brought up on a second and final reading and public hearing on February 8th, 2023 at 9:30 a.m.
Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next, we have the resolutions. The first is amending Creative Arts Council Resolution Number 22-57 to allow for one member from the Green Team and 5 resident members, and authorizing the appointment of Kerry Mikulski, and authorizing all members to terms expiring December 31st, 2024.
Motion.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next is authorizing support from local governing body authorizing the fiscal year 2023 Local Recreation Improvement Grant, application funded by the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs.
Motion.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next is authorizing execution of lease agreement and accompanying documents with Enterprise Fleet Management under National Cooperative Sourcewell.
Motion.
I will second.
It has been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next is authorizing the auction of abandoned vehicles on an online auction website.
Motion.
I will second.
It has been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next is authorizing an agreement for shared services between the County of Cape May and the Borough of Wildwood Crest for the maintenance and repair of certain traffic signals with the Borough of Wildwood Crest.
Motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next is authorizing release of performance bond, accepting maintenance bond and payment of full for contract amount for the fiscal year 2020 NJDCA Small Cities Program, ADA improvements to Scoop Taylor Park contract.
Motion.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next is authorizing advertisement of a notice to bidders for lease of the Crest Arts Pavilion Cafe.
Motion.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next is authorizing expenditure to purchase of walkway lumber.
Motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call, Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Yes.
Next is authorizing expenditure to purchase shade structure for the tennis courts.
Motion?
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
yes,
Next is rejecting all bids in response to the Beach Patrol headquarters renovations.
Motion?
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
yes,
Next is authorizing participation in the ACM GIF Safety Incentive Program for 2023.
Motion?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
yes,
Next is authorizing re-advertisement of a notice to bidders for lifeguard renovation building.
Motion?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
yes,
Lastly is authorizing an agreement for shared services between the Borough of Wildwood Crest, City of Wildwood, and Wildwood Water Utility for the contract known as Beach Street End Public Access Improvements, Phase 2, Orchid Road to Toledo Road.
Motion?
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that the foregoing resolution be adopted. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
yes,
Motion that all bills properly authorized as submitted be paid.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that all bills properly authorized as submitted be paid. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
yes,
Motion that all reports received from the court administrator, chief financial officer, tax collector, chief of police, supervisor of recreation department, construction official, emergency services coordinator for the EMS, and the Wildwood Crest Volunteer Fire Company chief for the month ending December 31st, 2022, be accepted as presented.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that all reports received from the court administrator, chief financial officer, tax collector, chief of police, supervisor for the recreation department, construction official, emergency services coordinator for the EMS, and the Wildwood Crest Volunteer Fire Company chief for the month ending December 31st, 2022, be accepted as presented. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
Motion?
Yep.
Sorry.
That's okay.
He was a yes.
I got it.
Motions that all minutes from the commission meetings dated December 28th, 2022, and January 4th, 2023, be approved as presented.
I will motion. I will second.
It's been moved and seconded that all minutes from the commission meetings dated December 28th, 2022, and January 4th, 2023, be approved as presented. Roll call. Mr. Schiff.
Yes.
Mr. Franco.
Yes.
Mr. Cabrera.
yes,
Thank you, Trish.
You're welcome. And there is
We'll
no
move-
administrator.
There was no administrator
Right.
report tonight, so we move to Mark, engineer's report, please.
Okay, thank you. The contractor for the reconstruction of Syracuse Avenue is progressing very well. All the utility work is completed from Bayview Drive to Pacific Avenue as of today, and the concrete work is almost finished between New Jersey Avenue and Bayview Drive. As was voted on earlier, the Beach Patrol headquarter renovation will be rebid and advertised next February 1st, with the new bid opening on March 1st. The bid opening for the Beach Street and Public Access Improvements Phase 2 is next Wednesday, February 1st. And lastly, the Sunset Lake Survey and Treasury report and cost analysis was completed and submitted in late December, and then again in early January of this month. That was my report.
Thank you, Mark. We already did the officers. Now we open it up to public comments. Anyone in the room for public comments? Going once, twice? Anyone on the conference line for public comments? Hearing none, we move down to new business. I don't believe there's any new business. Moving to old business. There's nothing to report on my end from the old business. I don't know if Commissioner Schiff has anything to add on that, or Mayor Cabrera.
We've had a couple meetings for the barricades at Centennial Park. I know that the chief and Mr. de Blasio are working towards it, and we'll be back with a scheme for it. Thank you.
Mayor, like to add anything?
no, the CAPA permit is, has been deemed administratively complete. We are asking them to add some additional minor items to it. We don't anticipate anticipate any problems. Thank you, reached out, now that, it, we're out to bid, you can probably remove that from the, under old business. Other than that, everything else is still in motion, nothing definite, and then it's said again.
Okay, thank you. Then I open it up to second round of public comments. Hearing none. Conference line for second round of public comments.
I actually had a question, if you don't mind, Mayor.
Sure.
Need your name.
Can I have your name and your address, please?
My name is Tim Price. My primary residence is 45 Concord Road in Marlton. I do own property on 427 East Miami in
Okay.
Wildwood Crest. My question was regarding the electric vehicle charger grants that were given by the state last summer, and I was wondering what the status of those projects are, if they're going to go forward.
I believe they are going forward. We did apply for the grants, so we're waiting to hear back from our grant writer if we receive that. So to answer your question, we are moving forward with that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay, close that, and we go to commissioners' comments. Myself?
I'll go first, you guys don't mind.
Mary, I have to go first? Okay.
I'll go first, though, because I'm not there in person. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coordinating, conducting the meeting when I asked in there in person. Aloha, everyone. I'm on my way back from Indian State, and just wanted to welcome our new officers to Wildwood Crest, Trayvon, Cole, and Jacob. Congratulations to them and their family. I'm sure they probably left the audience by now. And that's it. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Mayor. Like to mirror the same with our officers. It's a very happy that they're in good hands with the chief and his staff and commissionership. So I'm looking forward to them having a bright and long, safe career here. Also, would like to extend my condolences to the family of Cliff Glenn, who recently passed away. Cliff was a Wildwood Crest volunteer fireman for over 35 years and also worked for Atlantic City Electric. My thoughts and prayers go out to his wife, Marilyn, who is a longtime Crest Memorial employee, in the entire Glenn family. There are my comments. Commissioner Ship.
Thank you. I got to ditto everything everybody just said. Tonight was extremely humbling to me, because that's really the first official time I swore in officers, and I know they're going to make a heck of an impact on our community. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for allowing me to do that, and more importantly, to keep us even safer. Thank you.
Good to go.
Okay, we need a motion to adjourn.
I will motion that.
Well, second, Trish.
All in favor?
Aye.
5:32. Thank you all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.